Welcome back to another video, my beloved Proguides family. My name is Dan, and today we're going to talk about 6 underrated heroes you should play to gain MMR. Although 7.27D wasn't a big patch, it brought buffs and nerfs to various heroes and stirred the hero meta up, leaving us with some very strong underrated heroes. These heroes aren't super popular right now, however, picking them in the right situation will win you games easily. But before we get into that, the question of the day is, which heroes are you gaining MMR with that are not very popular this patch? I've been winning with my boy Gyrocopter for quite some time, and it feels great playing him. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Oracle wasn't buffed in patch 7.27D, however, with other supports getting nerfed and the buffs he gained in 7.27B, such as reducing Purifying Flame's cast time from 0.3 to 0.15, Oracle became a force not to be reckoned with. Having one of the best supporting kits in the whole game, which includes a root, a purge, a strong dispel, a disarm, a heal, a save, and a spammable burst damage spell, he dominates the lanes and games he's picked in. You would want to play Oracle as a defensive hero with some offensive capabilities. Oracle fares well into heroes like Phoenix, Ancient Apparition, Silencer, Darkseer, and Ember Spirit. Oracle is good with heroes like Arc Warden, Alchemist, Legion Commander, Troll Warlord, and Necrophos, and is countered by heroes like Axe, Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, Anti-Mage, and Bristleback. For a skill build, you typically get a value point in Fortune's End level 1, max Purifying Flames first, then Fate's Edict, and finally Fortune's End. As for Oracle's item build, you start with 2 sets of tangos, pool 2 to the mid laner, a salve, a mango, a fairy fire, and 2 branches. You can get 2 clarity and a sentry instead of the fairy fire and branches too. Later on, you typically want to get Tranquil Boots, Magic Wand, Glimmer Cape, Ether Lens, and Force Staff. You can also opt for an urn if no one on your team is building it. Pro tip, you can also keep on buying salves throughout the game and use them on the hero you're using your ultimate on. The salve won't get cancelled when applied to a hero after casting False Promise on them. The next hero on our list is the Disco Pony himself, LESHRAC. LESHRAC has been getting continuously buffed recently. In 7.27D, his base strength was increased from 18 to 20, and Pulse Nova's radius was increased from 450 to 475. In 7.27B, his strength gain was increased by 0.2, his base attack damage was buffed from 19 to 23 to 22 to 26, and the list goes on. This freak of nature mid laner is known for his ability to put out a tremendous amount of aerial magical damage and his pushing power. LESHRAC fares well against heroes like Visage, Io, Broodmother, Chen, and Phantom Lancer. He works well with Darkseer, Puck, Oracle, Magnus, and Enigma. You would want to avoid picking him against heroes like Pugna, Lifestealer, Nyx Assassin, and Anti-Mage. For his skill build, you would want to start with your stun, max Diabolic Edict first, then Split Earth, and finally Lightning Storm. Start your game with 2 tangos from your support, a branch, a fairy fire, a mantle of intelligence, and 2 circlets. You would then want to buy 2 Null Talisman, Brown Boots, Magic Wand, Yules, upgrade your boots to Boots of Travel, Bloodstone, BKB, Shivas, and Octarine Core. Other good options can be Scepter, Blink Dagger, Arcane Boots, or a Hex. Our next hero is one of LESHRAC's counters, Nyx Assassin. Nyx has had 2 minor buffs in patch 7.27B, one being his Impale damage being increased by 20 damage at all 4 levels, and the other is a 2% increase to his level 10 spell damage amplification talent, which increased from plus 6% to plus 8%. Nyx is a thorn in any spellcaster's side. He's considered one of the most effective gankers and solo killers in the game. With his powerful burst damage nukes, Nyx Assassin specializes in disabling and killing lone and fragile enemies with little to no warning. He works well against Tinker, Storm Spirit, Outworld Devourer, Medusa, and Crystal Maiden. Nyx fares well with Bloodseeker, Spectre, Zeus, Invoker, and Legion Commander. However, he's countered by Juggernaut, Brewmaster, Lycan, and Slardar. As for Nyx's skill build, you would want to max Impale first, followed by Spiked Carapace, and then Mana Burn. For Nyx's starting items, you can start with Brown Boots, a set of tangos, and an Observer Ward. Alternatively, you can buy an Orb of Venom, a Windlace, or more regen for the lane. Later on, you upgrade your Brown Boots to Tranquils, buy a Wand, Yules, Blink, and a Ghost Scepter. Other items that also work on Nyx are Meteor Hammer, Arcane Boots, Urn, Force Staff, or Lens. HUSKAR, the Sacred Warrior, is our 4th sleeper hero that dominates his lane and snowballs the game if played correctly. With the addition of a 400 gold recipe to Heaven's Halberd and buffs to his agility gain and base attack damage, HUSKAR has the potential to become an S-tier mid laner. He is known to be a powerful adversary in most games because his damage over time attacks can easily kill almost all heroes at any point in the game, assuming no one is nearby to save them. HUSKAR fares well against heroes like Phoenix, Nature's Prophet, Earthshaker, Keeper of the Light, and Venomancer. Heroes that play well with HUSKAR on their team include Ancient Apparition, Dazzle, Beastmaster, Terrorblade, and Witch Doctor. Heroes that counter him are Wind Ranger, Naga Siren, Viper, Ursa, and Abaddon. Start with a value point in Inner Fire level 1, max Burning Spears first, then Berserker's Blood, and finally max Inner Fire. Start off with 2 pooled tangos from your support, a Gauntlet of Strength, a Fairy Fire, a Branch, and 2 Circlets. You can also go for 2 Gauntlets and 1 Circlet if you want to start with more strength on lane. Later on, buy Power Treads, Armlet, Heaven's Halberd, BKB, AC, Satanic, and a Blink. Other decent items are Phase Boots, Hurricane Pike, Hood, or a Blade Mail. LIFESTEALER had a couple of buffs in patch 7.27b, such as increasing his base damage and buffing 3 of his talents. That and the nerf to other carries increased his win rate to 51.3%. However, his pick rate is still low, and that's why we put him on our list of underrated heroes. LIFESTEALER is known for his ability to bring down durable heroes quickly, while sustaining his health by leeching the very life of his enemies. The main role of the LIFESTEALER is to fulfill the job of a formidable carry. He's able to do so by restoring his life through his abilities. He fares well against Zeus, Lion, Dark Willow Axe, and Helm of the Dominator carriers. He does well with Spirit Breaker, Riki, Queen of Pain, Slardar, and Clockwork on his team. LIFESTEALER is countered by Bane, Clinks, Terrorblade, Slark, and Wind Ranger. LIFESTEALER's skill build goes something like this. Get a value point in Open Wounds before level 6. Max his Feast first, then his Rage, and finally Open Wounds. Start off with a Quelling Blade, 2 sets of tangos, a Gauntlet of Strength or a Circlet, a Branch, and a Fairy Fire. Alternatively, you can go for an Orb of Venom, a Ring of Protection, or a Healing Salve depending on the lane matchup. Later on, buy Phase Boots, Armlet, Desolator, Heaven's Halberd, Abyssal Blade, and AC. You can also go for a Midas, Maelstrom, Sange and Yasha, Manta Style, MKB, or even a Divine Rapier. Last but not least, Chaos Knight? Okay, alright, I know we have been putting Chaos Knight in the trash tier lately, however, hear me out. If played correctly and under the correct circumstances, Chaos Knight can actually snowball and end the game early on. While some people are trying different builds and roles for Chaos Knight, he's seen a resurgence with a 51.8% win rate in pro-level pubs. Recent buffs have helped him too, with an increase in base agility from 14 to 18 in 7.27d, and a +1 base armor increase in patch 7.27c. Chaos Knight fares well against heroes like Drow Ranger, LIFESTEALER, Doom, and Ursa. He does well with Crystal Maiden, Morphling, Shadow Demon, and Vengeful Spirit. However, Chaos Knight is countered by Earthshaker, Dragon Knight, Enigma, Magnus, and Sven, so avoid picking him against them. As for his skill build, get a value point in Chaos Bolt level 1, then max Chaos Strike first, followed by Reality Rift, and then Chaos Bolt. Start with a Quelling Blade, a set of tangos, a Circlet, a Gauntlet of Strength, and a Branch. You can also go for more mana regen such as Mangoes if you think you will be spamming your spells on lane. Later on, get Power Treads, Midas, Echo Saber into Silver Edge, Sange and Yasha, BKB, AC, and Scotty. Alternative items can be Armlet, Manta Style, Heart, MKB, or Heaven's Halberd. That is it for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Tell us which of these heroes work for you in the comments section. We appreciate all of your feedback as always. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of our next videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.